Okay, I'm sitting here with my bride of 35 years, Debbie Shogren. Debbie, you're running the program that's helping young ladies. Give us the name of it again.
Delivering Dignity.
And give us the scope of it. What's the general idea behind it?
Delivering Dignity was started in August of 2020 when we found out the great need that year for rural girls in the bush area of Kenya and in the outer areas, not the cities, but who don't have sanitary supplies. Several of the ministry partners that we work with there closely alerted us to this great need among the girls in the outlying areas of Kenya. And so
we used to have women who would sew them here in the United States.
The pad project was
we
very
would get
helpful.
Boxes and boxes and boxes of pads, and then we would take them, compliments of Delta, once a year. With Delta Airlines, I was allowed to take as many boxes as I want as a 501c3. Suitcases,
Many of you donated old suitcases for us, and we filled those up.
But when COVID hit, they said no longer can you take as much as you want. So we thought up a new strategy, and that was?
We were asking for donors, monthly donors or one-time donors, who would give to Delivering Dignity. And $5 can give one young woman in Kenya dignity to use reusable sanitary pad kits. We call them Dignity kits.
And why Dignity? What happens if they don't have these kits and they start their cycle?
Well, they are humiliated. So dignity is the opposite of humiliation. They are humiliated in school by their teachers, by their peers. They have to miss school for days on end sometimes, or they will sell their bodies to get money to buy the throwaway sanitary napkins. And that's just horrible. None of us want any woman, any girl, anywhere in the world to have to do that, to get the supplies she needs for her monthly cycle.
And some of those who sell their bodies end up getting pregnant.
They do.
And then their life is over.
Then they drop out of school, they become single moms, and sometimes they continue selling their bodies to feed their baby.
And again, for those of you who just, it may be hard for you to envision what it's like out there in the bush, they have nothing. And when their period starts, they literally dig a hole and sit on that hole for 5 days.
Or sometimes in the Maasai area, the women have told me that they go find leaves to take care of that problem, but it's just horrible, or old rags that are dirty, and it's just horrible. And we want to give dignity to these young women. And when we deliver the kits, when the 4 different ministries we work with deliver the kits, they also teach the girls about, their bodies and how to take care of their bodies and hygiene. They also teach them how God sees them and He loves them and He wants a relationship with them. And they also teach them about sanctity of life, and they teach them, how babies come to be, because some of them are never taught that. They don't talk about that. Their mothers don't talk about it to them. And it's just out of ignorance sometimes that they get pregnant.
So what is the goal of Unveiling Glory with these kits?
Unveiling Glory's goal is that we would raise $3,000 a month in monthly donors. We have just under $1,000 a month right now, so that means we need about $2,000 more a month, give or take, to come in. And that would be able to give us enough money to send over every 2 months the ability to have 1,200 kits made, 1,200 Dignity kits. So 1,200 girls would be served every 2 months with that goal being met.
So also with this, Unveiling Glory is helping Kenyan women with jobs, is that correct?
Yes. The 4 national local ministries that we work with over there, they each have a seamstress that they are working with. And so local women, Christian women, are now having a job and having a small business that helps them support their families as well.
And the fund right now is depleted?
The fund is depleted, but of course we do have some monthly donors, so each month a little bit will be coming in. But one-time gifts are always welcome for Delivering Dignity through Unveiling Glory. But really, if God would put it on your heart to give $50 a month, that's 10 girls being saved, or $100 a month is 20 girls getting a Dignity kit that will help these girls, save them from a path in life that does not bring them honor and dignity.
If any of you have daughters or granddaughters who are teenagers who are babysitting, consider this a part of their tithe. Challenge them.
Yes.
Educate them.
Yes.
Hey, why not support this and help them to deliver dignity to girls in Africa?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for all of you who are already donating.
Yes,
and
we're so grateful.
Very grateful. And continue to pray for us as we seek to bless these young Kenyan girls in Kenya. Thank you.